This is the master of the half crab, the only Grand Slam champion in Revolution Pro Wrestling history, Michael OKU, and you are watching the Ministry of Wrestling.
Hey yo, it's 2/5 of them boys, so you know what that means. We're here. It's me, the one AJ Anthony Jordan.
And as always, Big Tone in the zone.
Yes, guys. So we said it and we meant it. We go to a show, we review a show. So this time we are not wasting any time. We are talking about Purpose Wrestling's Welcome to Paradise. So if you've not been to Purpose before, it's a nice little showdown in Wimbledon at the Merton Arts Centre, and it is nothing but pure fun. Nothing but pure fun. So we got to do our reviews. Well, what was your overall thought before we go into match by match analysis, Tone, on this Purpose and the show itself?
I said it before and I say it again. Purpose is definitely one of my favorite indies to go to, man. Like, it's in a literal library, like not a library that's like boarded up or covered up, or they got a special function room. None of that. Nah, there's books surrounding you. I love it. I love their 3 for 10. Yeah, that's 3 beers with ciders for 10 quid. You ain't getting that at any other show, man. Nah, man, in other shows you paid like £6 for a bit, minimum. Yeah. But this, man, there's not even the small cans, giant, like Carlsberg pint cans and stuff.
And they're chilled as well.
Yes, they're chilled to perfection, man. It's such a good deal. It's such a good vibe. And like the matches you're getting, the quality for such a reasonable price, man. It's a no-brainer for any wrestling fan.
Yeah. And you know what? Big shout out to the man I'm going to bring up first, the founder and one of the co-owners of Purpose Wrestling, Mr. David Francisco, as he took on Harry Sefton in the opening match. Do you know one thing? I remember being at a Rev Pro show, and David is, well, as you know, David performs there, but he's one of the trainers. And he was just walking by, and everyone was like, "Oh, David Francisco." And I was like, again, we're fresh to the indie scene. I was like, who is this guy? And I've seen him perform a few times on Rev, and I've seen him perform every time he's performed at Purpose. He's kind of done. I've seen face and I've seen heel, but it's always a lot of fun. And he was in a face capacity here, and I think it was a nice little solid opening match. It was a nice little decent match. Yeah, it's my first time seeing Harry Sefton perform, but yeah, I had a good feel for it. I'm not too sure if there was a basis behind the match or if it was just a throw-in match, but nice opener.
Yeah, I couldn't agree more. It was a nice opener. It's always great to see Francisco perform, and like he's great with the crowd, the interaction. He knows exactly what to do and what to say to get a rise out of people, and it's hilarious. He's over like Rover, especially there at Purpose. Everyone loves him. Like one of the most beloved people in the building, to be honest. And he earns every bit. That was a solid opener, very entertaining. Like, yeah, thumbs up from me.
Yeah, no, 100%, 100%. So, what came next is something that you don't traditionally see. Well, you see it all the time on your WWE shows and your AEW shows. We had a bit of a call out, but this wasn't a normal call out. It was the JJ Lynch Symposium. JJ Lynch has had a bit of a beef with Jay Alexander, and he had something to say. So JJ's come out, and he's come out with security covering all corners of the ring, and he's asking Jay, "What's your beef?" Now, what was interesting is Jay comes out, and he comes out with Joshua James, who, if you were familiar with last month's show, had a match against JJ, and my God, he chopped the crap out of him. But Jay Alexander got involved. But the chops were, we will be talking chops later on, I promise you. We will be talking chops later on. But yeah, this was a bit of an interesting call out. I'm not going to take the full lead on this. Do you want to say the fallout of the symposium?
Well, yeah, it's always a pleasure to see a heel turn. And boy, did we see one there. Yeah, like, again, like, you said JJ and what's it,
Jay Alexander, yeah.
Jay Alexander, in it. They was in the ring talking, yeah, and the bloke who we come out with,
Joshua James,
yeah. Man, no one expected it. No one's seen it coming. But man, he lit him up. He lit up Jay Alexander good. Like, and it was a nice beatdown. I love my beatdowns, and this one was a A-class one. And like we're sitting in front of row, so it's right in front of us. It was pretty harsh, and yo, JJ just sat there and laughed the whole time, man. But then he obviously
I
got in
must
on the
admit,
action.
the pairing looks very interesting. I think that's the kind of character JJ needs behind him. I don't want to call it Shawn Michaels and Diesel or something, or MJF.
Honestly, that's what I was thinking. That's what I was thinking. That's what came. I was literally about to say that. They got kind of a Shawn Michaels and Diesel vibe going on in it. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. I think I don't know. I can see Jay looking for retribution on both of these men, but that is a pairing that I warn people now. Look out for. They're gonna wind you up. Dare I say it? They're gonna piss you off. Yeah, there you go. The first swear word of the video. But they're gonna be a deadly
Yep.
force in the future of Purpose Wrestling for sure.
Great heel turn. It wasn't obvious. Like it was actually quite shocking to see it coming. And like the big gasp from the audience is always amusing when like they don't expect something. But yeah, it was a lot of fun.
Yeah, yeah, it was indeed. It was indeed. Now, really, this what I'm going to bring up next. The tag teams should be mixed up, but I'm happy they're not because one tag team in this match is my favorite tag team. Dare I say, on the indie scene, but most definitely in Purpose Wrestling. Yes, I am talking the team that doesn't have a name. Anita Reed, Sapphire Reed, and Anita Vaughn versus my tag team, Glitz and Glam, Amira, and Alex Windsor. I love Grit and Glam. I refuse to hear anything negative about them. They are the absolute definition of serious wrestling. But why
Yeah,
I say
honestly, Amira, man, she just like this is the most fun I've seen her. Like we've seen her other places, she's great and she's fun and hilarious, but here she's off the charts, man. She's coming down. Someone shouts out to her, "You're not serious." She loses it, man. You're not serious, what's wrong? And like Alex Winston's just there trying to keep her calm, maintain some type of motion with the group. But it works. It really does. And of course, they're taking on two people we've seen quite a bit. Yeah, and like we're a fan of.
Yeah, no, but the reason why, in case you're not familiar with it, the reason why I'm saying the team should be mixed up. Anita Vaughn and Amira are cousins. Sapphire Reed and Alex Windsor are 2/5 of the Cutthroat Collective. Yet here they are, mixed and matched. But I love it. It's there. And as you said, look, Amira brings the comedy, but she can also bring it in the ring. You can see it. Alex Windsor is there. Sapphire, Sapphire's literal gold in Purpose. You cannot say
Yeah.
anything negative against her. And Anita brings the energy. So you've got four very, very solid competitors. And it's always a great match. And you have such a laugh because they all know how to bring the comedy as well. Grits and Glam are ultimate comedy wrestlers, but still bring it when they do. And once again, I was left smiling because guess what? They won. They won. That's all that matters to me.
I think this match actually surprised people because obviously you started off with the comedy element, but then at some point, yeah, I just turned it to Simpson. You sitting right next to me. Oh, this is a good match. Like these girls were going for it. Like it's again four incredible performers, yeah, and obviously Sapphire Reed and Alex Windsor are standouts when it comes to wrestling, yeah. And again, like Anita Fawn is no slouch, and obviously Amira is not either, and she really turned up the heat, yeah, in that match. I was seeing moves, I was seeing styles. I was like, whoa, yo, these girls can go. It was a very entertaining match.
No, most definitely, and I mean, yeah, I was going to promote another company and saying 3/4 of them are there, but it just shows that there is a lot to look out for in wrestling, in UK wrestling, and don't sleep on UK women's wrestling. I think people constantly sleep on women's wrestling, and being the UK, people don't give it a bat of an eyelid. But there is so much going on, and this tag team match proved that. They're not even in their normal tag formation, short of Grits and Glam. serious. But yeah, no, 100%, nothing but love for all four of them. Keep doing what you're doing. Keep repping the flag for the UK and for the UK women, because yeah, love it all. Okay, you know what match came next, right? The tag fandom continued. If you were at the last show, you know that these men shut their mouths off and they challenged some of the regulars of Purpose Wrestling. Yes, we are talking the Hardest Men versus Connor Mills, TK Cooper, and Shah Samuels. It was Shah's debut as well as the Hardest Men. This was a 6-man tag, and dare I say, TK, yeah, he tried to do a bit of a mox. We won't get into that too much, but remember I said we could talk chocolate. Oh my days! I feel bad because I can't remember the guy's name. I only know Prince Dean from the Hardest Men. However, oh good lord, that gentleman! I'm gonna try and find his name now. I can't find it. Yeah, he got chopped to hell. If you saw, like, the video is going to show it, you can see it, and the crowd screaming one more time. He gets chopped to hell, and next man gets tagged in. Ouch! Whatever they take it, bro.
One more time! 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 We're in the library. My gosh, like that guy got chopped into oblivion by all three men. Yeah, and just the sound, and everyone just chanted one more time, and they all obliged us. Like he got like chopped into the ground, man. But this match was again a lot of fun. Had some comedy antics, but again, when they got going, it was off the charts, man. Like Mills, man, I just feel like Connor Mills is one of the best in the UK, man. Like right about now, like he puts in a solid performance every single time. Like obviously, man, it was great to see Shaw's like debut. Yeah, like the butcher doing his thing, just chopping it up, man. Yeah, I love, of course, man, like Sunshine Machine, even if it was only one half, man, it's always a pleasure to see them just doing their thing. Yeah. But like, yeah, the Hardest Man, that was a great like debut for them as well. Of course, we seen them at another show, little indie show. So it was interesting to see them there. And again, they love these 6-man crazy matches, yeah. I again had to run for the hills, man, because when people are doing these dives and they're going crazy, you can either sit there and get kicked in the face. I've watched it happen to people, man.
Yeah, we've seen it. It's not a joke.
I chose to move. And like, I suggest if you come to indie and like they're coming for you, don't think they're professional and they're gonna stop. Gravity doesn't work that way. Move.
But listen, one of the things, and I mean, it was said, and it felt nice to be acknowledged. They were there in the t-shirts in the front row, but the host saying to us, Ministry of Wrestling, beware, this is the splash zone. For some reason, people like to do crazy-ish here, and trust me, they do. The amount of times we got up in this show, it is not a joke, but it's nice. You're part of the action. I'm not saying do not attempt to attack a wrestler, guys. That's not what I mean about part of the action. But the action is brought to your toes, man. It's brought to your face, and you've got to love it.
Yeah,
You've got to
and
love
these guys trying to goad me to like return to my seat while the danger's still going on there. It's like, oh, what's wrong?
What you doing? Hey, get back to your seat.
I ain't getting assaulted, mate.
Come on, Connor.
Yes. That was
No,
a big
but all in all, a great match, a great debut, and I was very surprised by the hardest men like winning. Yeah, especially who they was facing as well. Yeah, very interesting, very like good, and like we look for more from the hardest man in it for in the future at
Look,
Purpose.
if you can beat Shah Samuels, one half of arguably the greatest tag team in the UK, and Connor Mills, you've definitely made a name for yourself. No matter what company you're in, you've definitely made a name for yourself. I'm not saying that these guys aren't going to be looking for a bit of a comeback, because I wouldn't sleep on any of those guys. But you know, the record books will show the hardest men took out some of the hardest men in Purpose in UK wrestling. So congratulations to you, men. Now we move on to more tag team action, as True and Lacey took on Milligan and Murray. Now, bro, run with it. I'm going to let you run with it because your reaction says it all.
Again, in true indie fashion, one of the things I find absolutely delightful about indies is now and again you get a true old-fashioned squash match. And boy, was this a squash. They beat them down, man. Yeah.
From
Like,
entrance.
True and Lacey. Let me be clear. Yeah. We see these guys as good guys. We see them as single guys. We see them definitely as bad guys. And I think they seem to excel in that role, calling everyone mugs, and people call the mugs back. Yeah, it's hilarious. But man, the beating they put on these two boys, man, like damn. They weren't getting paid by the hour, I'm telling you.
No. They definitely had a mission, as I said, on entry. Someone, there's a fan out there, and the video's there. You just see Mark True coming in with this flying headbutt, taking out one of these guys, and the beatdown goes from ramp to ring. And as you said, there was if I get paid by the hour, I ain't staying for long. And they done their thing. They locked it off so quick, it was mad. But that led to something. TK Cooper came back out, and we've got a rematch. I didn't get to see that. I saw a lot of that tag team invitational, but sadly we didn't get to see the final. But yeah, it was formerly TWA, now True and Lacey. I don't know if they still go by TWA versus Sunshine Machine one more time. It's going to be a match. It's not going to be next month. It's the month after, and I'm telling you guys, if there's a tag match worth putting your money down for to see, that's the one. That is the one.
Yeah.
For all my love for Glitz and Glam, True and Lacey versus Sunshine Machine is going to be off the chain.
Honestly, I mean, the effort these mans put in when they're in the ring is second to none. And like, I know those two teams going against each other is also going to be second to none. And I can't wait to see it.
Bro, I'm so excited. I'm so excited. Next, we don't have an actual poster for it, so I'm not going to do it, but I'm gonna have to show this off. Because, ladies and gentlemen, people say never, if you don't take part, you got to be in it to win it. And that's what happened. Good old Fabio Romano was out there doing the raffle. He may have dropped a few raffle tickets. Someone won, I believe, 2 tickets to the next Purpose show. Someone won drinks. But guess who won the signed picture and a Purpose Wrestling t-shirt? Yes, that's right, guys. I couldn't believe the shock, because I have bought a few raffle tickets in my time. When I heard Fabio call out our number, yes. Victory goes to the ministry. So I just want to thank Fabio and everyone at Purpose for, a ministry of wrestling.
It's a fix.
People can scream as much as they want. And I like the back of this picture. It says it. High risk, high price. And we've got Michael OKU and Nino Bryant, 2 of my favorite wrestlers on the UK indie scene, doing their thing. And this is one of 3 because these are limited edition, guys. So yeah, be jealous. Fix or not, Ministry 1. But anyway, we digress and we move on. This was interesting because I don't think I've seen one of these before on the indie scene, and it takes a lot to put one of these on. Jordan Breaks versus James Farrell in a submission match.
Yeah, this was also my first submission match, and to be honest, like it was great seeing the technical prowess. Like, yeah, I was into it, and like these guys wrestled their ass off, man.
Do you know my only thing with this match? Yeah, and I don't know how you feel about it. I probably would have had it earlier, or possibly the opener to a match. And I know it sounds mad to open a show on a submission match, yeah. But when you've had such high energy from a tag match to pure mat-based technicality, it just felt a bit weird following the interval. But it's not to say what you said is wrong. I thought it was. It's very rare that you can be at a show and see technical prowess like you did from these 2 men. These guys just putting it all on the line to show what technical wrestling's about. British wrestling, British technical wrestling, if you would, as well. It was something. I might have just placed it differently, but it was a spectacle in mat-based wrestling. Don't see that enough.
Thinking about it, I definitely would have placed it probably as the second match, because again, like you had that entertaining one with Francisco, and then like you could have led with that to get people more hyped up. I feel everyone was into it, but they wasn't into it as maybe other parts of the show, because again, the high octane energy of certain parts on this match. This is a match we had to focus on, because like to see in it like where they was going. And I'm courtesy of wrestling, so I'm very interested to see these things.
Bro, it was a brilliant match. Listen, some of the best mat-based wrestling you could see. Very constructive attempts at submission moves. Like the guys did not. I don't want anyone watching this to think I'm crapping on either of the guys or the match itself, because it was a brilliant match. It was a spectacle.
No.
It's something to sit back and take in. It's just a weird one to bring you back in after an interval. That's my only thing on it. But great match, solid match.
Solid match, yeah, and I was very surprised at the winner.
James Farrell taking the win was something. It felt like it was Jordan's bit, but him saying to Jordan, "You can't beat me," and even in this element, and when he went for it, I was like, "Ooh!" And I really, at one point, I thought Jordan had it. Not tonight. It was a big one. So, congratulations. I don't think it's the end of these 2. I think that feud has a little bit more in it.
They've got more to do.
Yeah. They definitely have more to do. Now, talking of more to do, one man was definitely trying to tie up all ends, because he beat one man the month before and he lost to another man the month before that. Yes, we are talking about the new reigning, defending Purpose Wrestling champion, Nino Bryant, taking on former champion Michael OKU and the Vulture himself, Spike Trivet.
Honestly, this is no cap. This is not a joke. This is not me like kissing up or anything. This was one of the best indie matches I've ever seen, man. Like the amount of talent that you had in this match from all 3 competitors. We already know I'm a huge advocate for Michael OKU. I think he's the future, and the future is coming soon. I tell you that. Spike Trivet, if you don't know, is one of the absolute best heels in the UK, man. Like, been a champion multiple places. This guy has got it down to a T. His craft, his artwork of like being that vulture, his smoothness on the mic, he is someone to watch. Along with his ferocity in the ring, some of the moves, oh my days. And then of course we got the Purpose champion, man, Nino Bryant. This guy, some of the moves that he pulls off, man. This guy is a tragedy in the ring, man. And like to see these 3 go at it, not in a short match, and they went for it, man. They really went for it, and I love the passion, because again, you might look at it and think people like Spike and Oku, they've been on bigger platforms, and they would save their energy and give the best for them. Nah. This library, man, we got more than like our money's worth. And like, man, if not for certain other things, I would have said that's their best performance I've seen from all three. But like, it's definitely one of the top performances from all three of them. Man, what a match.
So here's a little insight. Here we go. Bit of a curtain call. I'm pulling back the curtain a bit here for people. I had the pleasure of talking to Nino Bryant's parents a couple of days later. And we were having a talk, and I was saying what a great match this was. And there's no secret in what comes out here. Yes, Michael OKU is a heel at purpose, but Michael OKU does training sessions. Nino has been trained by Michael OKU along the way. And they were saying how once Nino, Xander, and Leland all had like a triple threat match in front of Oku, and he said it was one of the best triple threat matches he's seen. And he's not actually a fan of triple threat matches. I shouldn't be diverting into this too much. He thinks there's not a lot of sense in them. But here's something I'm going to say. I've seen Michael Oku in 2 triple threat matches, and none of them have disappointed. And it's funny how someone who may not be a fan of it because he doesn't see the sense in it can now orchestrate it for it to make sense, because it's not your traditional triple threat where you throw a man out and it's 1-on-1 and then another one comes in, knocks one out, and it's there. Some of the imaginative moves that you saw come out when like one man's carrying another and another man's bouncing off of ropes to take him down, you know, it was some of the best moves I have seen ever. Like when This Is Awesome chant started, yeah, we started it, but it's not about who started it. It was well deserved. You can't not acknowledge the greatness that these guys put out there. It was absolute ferocity. And you've got both guys who've got their reasons of hating Nino Bryant, but now they're hating each other because they think they're the ones who've got the first dibs of smacking him up. And that results in Nino smacking them both up at the same time. It was perfect storytelling and some of the best in-ring moves you can see. I was very grateful to have seen this live.
Yeah, 100%. Like, again, seeing it live and not just live, front row. And again, having to run for the hills because these guys are doing craziness, man. It's absolutely fantastic. This is generally one of the best indie matches I've seen, man. And like that, I love the little bit at the moment where Spike and Oku were just pointing at each other after they both lost. I like to see who's gonna poke each other in the eye first. And Spike poked him in the eye and ran off. And then like the end of the match, man. Like I guess this must be Michael's farewell match for maybe some time, a long time. But he left, and he left with a bang. Paying special tribute as well, man. AJ, what happened?
It's Michael Oku saying to us, "Where's the thank you, Michael chant?" And then security have come to get him out. And what does he do? He grabs the mic. And the only thing I wanted him to do was quote Wolf of Wall Street and say, "I'm not fucking leaving," because that was the only thing that was left. Yeah. He was like, "No, I'm here to stay. You can't kick me out." Da-da-da. And he just made one of the best exits that you have seen. He was carried out screaming. He went behind the curtain, and you're still hearing Michael Oku's voice. And
again, it's 3-1 me though.
Thank you, Michael. Thank you, Michael.
Everybody, no, seriously, from the bottom of my heart, I hate every single one.
I need to end the show.
What do you mean you need to go to the show? No, I'm not screaming at you. I'm not screaming at you.
You lost fair and square, the show's over.
No, I want to rematch.
Security.
What do you mean security?
Come on, security.
Security. No, I'm staying here.
Stay away from me! I deserve respect!
And I with the show that's coming next for Purpose, I hope Michael has at least one more show left in him, because I think it would be very fitting to have Michael OKU there. We will talk about that a bit more in the future. But it was just a brilliant victory, a well-deserved victory for Nino Bryant. I can see that guy holding that title for a while, because Nino does his thing in all promotions. So I'm very happy to see that. If he doesn't have Oku on his tail, I know the Vulture is most definitely going to be there, because Michael ate the pin. So the Vulture can still be like, yes, you won the match, but I have pinned you. You have not pinned me. So that will be very interesting to see what comes next there as well.
But you see, when like Michael was being like kicked out by numerous amounts of security, by the way, he eventually had to be picked up and carried out. Like, he paid special tribute to Jack Carlson, the man who's behind the infamous Succulent Chinese video where he's been arrested, and he quoted a couple of the lines in it.
No, I'm sent off. Thank you. No, please, you're being unkind. You're being unkind. Get your hands off my penis. Somebody help me. This isn't fair. After everything I've done. No, help me. They're trying to kidnap me, so we'll call the police. Call the police. I want respect. Andy. Somebody help me. No. This is democracy manifest.
And finished. He left the building by saying that famous line in it, yeah, that Jack finished with. This is democracy manifest. I just thought that was a great touch. It was hilarious.
Yeah, I didn't know about that video, but that's nice that he's done that. That's banging.
Most people understood the reference in it. Yeah, it's one of those things. If you know, and I do, and it was hilarious. So kudos to Michael. Kudos to Purpose. What an excellent show.
Yeah, overall, guys, it's there. And look, when I say I would like to see Michael at one last show, and it's not me plugging or anything, even though hopefully the ministry will be very involved in this one. The next, and this is something I like about Purpose. In Pride Month, they had put on a Pride special show. You know, it was LGBTQ plus performers in the ring doing what they do, from I think from host down to everyone performing, and everything patterned is the next move. In October, they are going to be celebrating Black History Month, and it's not the first time they're doing it. So, you know what? Big up to Purpose for recognizing stuff that are being celebrated and celebrating it. So I'm hoping, like, I'm already all in for everything patterned. I'm hoping we see Oku there, but if he's not, Michael, thank you. I believe I saw your last of Riot, and if I've seen the last of you at Purpose, it's been a pleasure. And we know, as Big Tone said, the future is near, and you are the future, and we look forward to it. But more than anything, guys, if you've never been to Purpose, get yourself down there, because it is one of the. It's a ministry favorite. It's a ministry favorite. We try not to miss a show. We've had very, very good times there, and we'd love to see you down there. We would love to see you down there.
100%.
That's the one. So, guys, as I always like to say, you like wrestling, we like wrestling. So let's talk wrestling. How do you do that? You comment below, you give us a like, a subscribe, you ring the bell so you got a notification every time a video comes out, and more importantly, follow us on all other social media platforms at MOW News on X, formerly Twitter, and Ministry of Wrestling on Facebook and Instagram. So until the next time, I am the one AJ Anthony Jordan.
And I'm Big Tone out the zone. Thanks for watching.
All right, guys. Thank you so very much. See ya.